first annual 2012 Mount Sinai Spring Coffee House. It's going to be a beautiful evening. We have some great performers coming up here for you. We got some musicians, we got a little comedy, and some unique art toward the end there. Anise is going to come up with some interesting stuff.
Thanks for the pressure.
Yeah, but my job this evening is simply to make it as enjoyable, entertaining, and sensual as possible for you. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy yourselves. So now that that's all over, I can actually say what I really want to say, and that's welcome to the Ronnie Tisdale show, motherfuckers. So, but first, our first great performer is Temitope Awosogba. She's going to come up with "Losing My Religion" by R.E.M. So feel free to take it away.
It's bigger than you when you are not me. The lengths that I would go to, the distance in your eyes. Oh no, I've said too much. I've said it up. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion, trying to keep my eyes on you, like a hurt, lost, blinded soul. Oh no, I've said too much. I haven't said enough. I thought that I heard you laughing. I thought that I heard you sing. I think I thought I saw you cry. And every whisper, every waking hour, I'm choosing my confession. I'm trying to keep my eyes on you, and I don't know what I'm doing. Oh no, I've said too much. I haven't said enough. I thought I heard you laughing. I thought that I heard you sing. I think I thought I saw you cry. But that was just a dream. I said that was just a dream. That was just a dream. Oh, cry, cry, cry. And that was just a dream. Cry.
Beautiful. Beautiful. It's always great when you have an individual come in and put their own spin on a great pop song like that, R.E.M. You gotta admit that's a really profound, catchy, well-written song, right? But have you seen the music video to that shit? It is like the creepiest, craziest stuff I've ever seen in my life. It's like this experimental, avant-garde, pseudo-tableau thing. I don't even know what they're trying to do. And it starts out kind of plain and simple, right? It's just this band, you know, all the guys sitting down, and then all of a sudden, everybody starts running around like crazy, looking up at the ceiling like it's about to rain indoors. And then all of a sudden, this pitcher of milk spills, and glass and lactose shatters everywhere, all over the place. And then, all of a sudden, Peter Buck decides to get in front and then just start playing this mandolin. And then that somehow motivates some random guy to start massaging the lead singer. And then the lead singer the whole time, throughout most of the video, is just doing this. I don't know if it's a dance or what. He's doing this little frog leap thing. It's crazy. I don't know what the hell it is. But whenever he says part of the hook, you know, it's like, that's me in the corner. You know, he does that. The camera pans to this poor, flamboyant African-American man who they dipped in gold and put plastic wings on the backside of him. And he's just looking at the camera with temptation like this. And then all of a sudden they have these Hindu deities coming up doing Bharatanatyam and stuff, looking at the camera. You have no idea what the hell is going on. Then to top it all off, they have this 80-year-old man wearing nothing but a diaper fall from the heavens, and someone decides to remove his liver Indiana Jones style with their bare hands. And that's essentially REM's Losing My Religion. But I swear, no need to clap, because this is for real. YouTube that stuff when you get home. That's exactly what it is. But on a happier note, we have Alex Peters coming up, one of my fellow classmates, gonna go hard on you with some, I think he actually wants me to remain confidential with this, because I think you guys will figure out soon what it is.
It's not really a secret.
I throw my hands up in the air sometimes, singing Ayo. Gotta let it go. I wanna celebrate and live my life, singing Ayo. Baby, let's go. 'Cause we're gonna rock this club. We're gonna go all night. Gonna light shit up like it's dynamite. And I told you once, yeah, I told you twice. We're gonna light shit up like it's some dynamite. I came to move, 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 move. Get out the way, me and my crew. I'm in the club, so I'm gonna do. Just what the fuck came here to do. Yeah, and it goes on and on and on. On and on and on. I throw my hands up in the air sometimes, singing Ayo. Gotta let it go. I wanna celebrate and live my life, saying Ayo. Baby, let's go. 'Cause we're gonna rock this club. We're gonna go all night. We're gonna light shit up like it's dynamite. And I told you once, yeah, I told you twice. We're gonna light shit up like it's dynamite. I'm gonna take it all like I wanna be the last one standing. I'm over all life. I wanna be the last one landing, and I want it, and I just want it all. I just want it all. I'm gonna put my hands in the air, put my hands in the air, put your hands in the air, air, air.
Well done, Alex. Coming with the pop songs, I love it. I love it. Doing great rendition of it. For those of you who just arrived, once again, I'm Ronnie Tisdale, and some of you guys might remember that Ronnie Tisdale show, motherfuckers. No, but some of you guys might remember me from last time talking about this experience I had at Stanford. There was a Stanford dance party when I unfortunately ejaculated on myself on the dance floor. But that's in the past, and I'm not going to discuss that now. But I do perhaps want to share with you a story that's based on an unfortunate truth in my life. In 3rd grade, I thought that all white males were gay. But understand, there is a basis to this. It's based on the game Truth or Dare, right? Because we're all a little gay when we play Truth or Dare in 3rd grade, right? Right? Aren't we here, right? Everybody? Goodness. In 3rd grade, we're all just a little bit. Maybe it's just me then. Shit, man, fuck you guys, killing me. Anyway, so I also grew up in suburbia, right? So it was on the weekends, in the summer, you know, I usually found myself in somebody's basement at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, playing Truth or Dare with a bunch of little white kids, okay? And also realize that this is an era in which, in ignorant adolescent circles, people would always say stupid stuff and use this ignorant phrase like, that's gay, right? They just call everything gay, like, oh, don't do that, that's gay. You know, I'm not going to math class, shit, math class is gay. Forget broccoli, broccoli's gay too, you know, everything was gay, it was ridiculous. But I was kind of confused because, you know, when I found myself in these Truth or Dare sessions, it was like the dares tended towards like making 2 dudes kiss each other or do stuff like that. And I never found myself doing this when I was at Tyrone, Levon, or Keyshawn's house. You know, this stuff, just randomly, this never happened. I don't know why. You know, these are my boys. You know, I have friends on both sides of the spectrum, and this just happened to, you know, I had a low sample size. This is what happened. Anyway, so in one particular instance, I was at my man Joey's house, right? And he had a nice big basement, a bunch of kids, 7 or 8 of us. And we're down there at 2 or 3 in the morning playing Truth or Dare. And, you know, there was this kid named Wojtek was on the hot seat. You know, it was his turn. And, you know, Joey proposed Truth or Dare. And everyone kind of knows in Truth or Dare, when you're playing with a bunch of adolescent boys, it's not really a question. It's more like a demand. Because you can't pick truth, right? Because if you're in there with a bunch of little adolescent boys and you pick truth, what are they going to do? They're going to call you a little bitch, right? Like, don't pick truth, don't pick truth. And you have to pick dare. But, so unfortunately, you know, they just want you to do some crazy, ignorant stuff, and they're going to make you go outside and do something, you know, illegal or crazy. So, in this instance, Joey asked this kid named Wojtek, you know, kind of interesting name. He was a Polish immigrant. Being Polish has nothing to do with the story, but I continue. Wojtek, you know, Wojtek gets asked Truth or Dare, obviously has to pick dare. So Joey's like, all right, Wojtek. So now, you have to go upstairs to the kitchen and get some peanut butter and bring it down and smear it all over Ronnie's butt cheeks and lick it off with your penis. And I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. Like, first of all, how do you lick something off with your penis? And second of all, it wasn't even my turn. Like, how does this stuff happen in Truth or Dare? Like, there's always some innocent bystander that always somehow gets incorporated and becomes a victim to the dare. You know, so in this instance, I find myself incorporated into this, you know, borderline homoerotic, pornographic scenario where, you know, I might have to, you know, be involved in this. So it's unfortunate because I'm sitting there thinking, you know, am I really gonna do this? Am I not gonna? Am I just gonna refuse? We have to realize the consequences in this situation, right? Because I don't want to be called a little bitch. You know, I don't want to have to ruin the game. You know, I don't want to, you know, ruin the whole circumstance. I don't want to mess up the vibe. You know, there was a good vibe going. And I was always perplexed by the idea that the kids felt obligated to do a dare. You know, for some reason there's this pressure in the back of your mind that just because something is a dare, you gotta do it. You know, we live in New York City. You know, dogs defecate on the sidewalk every day. If you, for instance, you know, me and you encroach upon a pile of feces, and you say, eat that feces. I'm gonna say no, right? I'm like, no, I'm not eating it. If you dare me to eat the feces, I'm still not going to eat it, right? If you triple dog dare me, I'm going to ask you, what the hell makes you think that 3 triplet dogs are going to improve the likelihood that for some reason I'm going to agree to eat this feces at this moment? Anyway, so obviously I don't believe in doing these dares. Shit, I'm not going to do it. So I'm bending over, right? Look, I didn't want to be called a little bitch. I didn't want to ruin the game. So, you know, we're in the scenario. I feel obligated because, you know, Wojtek for some reason is prancing around with a smile on his face, you know, walking around like, do you want to smooth or to crunch, Ronnie? And I'm like, come on, Wojtek, really? And you know what, I really didn't care at the time if it was smooth or crunchy because, you know, I was more thinking about, like, what if Wojtek takes it overboard? What if he goes a little too far? You know, what if he goes over the edge? You know, his hormones, you know, have a sudden surge, and all of a sudden he tries to, you know, pelvic thrust or something. That would be unfortunate. So, I refer to advice that my great-grandmother gave me years ago. Bless her heart. And she said to me, Ronnie, baby, if you ever have a man try to violate you, what you do is you just let it in, then you clench your ass and rip the penis off. Just clench and rip. So I was like, okay, I'll definitely adhere to that advice. So, you know, I found myself, you know, this borderline scenario, this actually might happen. So, you know, I'm getting my pre-clench on, and I'm getting ready. And at this point, you know, I thought this would be part of the most, maybe the most difficult situation that I'd be in. It was the actual application of the peanut butter. So unfortunately, Wojtek, you know, he wants to put it on like double layered. He's like massaging it into all the crevices of my butt crack. I'm like, all right, Wojtek, let's get this over with. So right before he tries to do the thrust, realize once again, some people are afraid of heights. You know, some people have arachnophobia, right? They're afraid of spiders. Some people don't like clowns or balloons. So I'm bending over, And right before Wojtek gives his thrust, I turned around and I realized that day that I have a phobia for uncircumcised penises. And I freaked out. Oh my God! You know, I'm freaking out. I'm like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? So I grabbed my drawers and I ran up the basement stairs, ran through the living room, bam, ran outside. And I'm running down the street, right? I'm just freaked out. I'm sincerely shocked. I'm sincerely shocked. So, you know, I finally get to my house. I ran 10 blocks, you know, I was out of breath. And I'm starting to calm down a little bit. I'm still shocked. So I open my back door and I walk in and I'm kind of, you know, it's good that everyone's sleeping, everything is really late at night. I think I'm just gonna take a shower, you know, wipe it off. So I accidentally knocked over a vase, right? So the light flipped on, my mom comes downstairs, and she sees me, you know, sitting there, half naked, shocked, out of breath, a big glob of chunky peanut butter hanging out of my ass. And, you know, I just told her the truth, and she laughed her ass off. So that's essentially what happened in that particular story. But we have another act coming up here. Sorry, that was... the truth of Ronnie's his life. Kristen Buterbaugh is going to come up for you and sing When You Say Nothing at All. And this is a song by Alison and Krauss. Beautiful. Buterbaugh. Buterbaugh.
make sure that line is up.
Awesome. We got some talent here at Mount Sinai School of Medicine. Way to bring down the house. You know, during the break and during just while she was performing, I had a couple people actually come up to me and say, you know, all your jokes are centered on like your genitalia or someone else's. I think you need to tone it down a little bit. So I don't think I'm gonna continue to do those. I'll refrain from telling those types of jokes in the future. I apologize. So I'm sorry. But I was wondering if someone could tell me that why every time I go to work out the 92nd Street Y, there's some 70-year-old naked Jewish guy walking around like it's his bedroom in the locker room, and he's not really doing anything. He's not going to the shower. He's not going to change his clothes really quickly. He's just walking around, whistling, combing his hair, stretching out naked. His testicles might have been hanging down to like right here. It's ridiculous. People, this is ridiculous. Please let us change the culture of geriatric individuals just walking around naked. So every time I go in there, he's there though. Every time I go in there, he's naked. So I usually just try to avoid him. So out of the corner of my eye, I see him, I just keep walking. But this time, he interrupts me and he goes, "Hey." So I'm like, dang it, I just avoided him. I just acted like I didn't really hear him. And then he says it again, "Hey." So I didn't want to be impolite, so I confront him and I'm like, "Hey, sir, how's it going? How you doing?" And he proceeds to tell me everything about his life for like 15 minutes. He's telling me about his kids, grandchildren, all this. And the whole time, all he has is this hand towel, and he's just like going like this all over, stretching, doing this all in here. And by the end of it, he wants to introduce himself because I never really got his name. So he's like, "Hi, I'm Al. How's it going?" And I was just like, "Hello, sir. It's very nice to see you." So it was nice meeting that guy. But I swear, that's the end of my genitalia jokes and stuff. I had to avoid the Fremunda cheese and things. But Jeff Hastings, Tom McBride, Nick Barone, and Dan Groth, I think he's here now. We have the Americana medley coming up, as long as we can get the sound system taken care of pretty soon here.
So we're going to sing a few, like 3 or 4 quick songs, and they're all songs you either know or the lyrics are repeated over and over again. So we're going to have everyone just sings along. They have to play. I don't know if you will, but I know Kenny will, Kristen will. And so the third song you're going to hear us singing, I'm going to study Wo No Mo, which means I'm going to study War No More. So that's the entire lyrics of that song. I'm going to study War No More will be the entire lyrics of the third song. Wo No Mo will be the way it'll sound. Lyrics.
You have a beautiful voice.
First annual 2012 Mount Sinai Spring.
my sword and shield, down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Gonna lay down my sword and shield, down by the riverside and study more, no more. I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield, down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield, down by the riverside and study more, no more. I ain't gonna study more, boy, I ain't gonna study more, boy, I ain't gonna study more, no more. I ain't gonna study more, boy, I ain't gonna study more, boy, I ain't gonna study more, no more. We're gonna join in with everyone down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Join in with everyone down by the riverside. Oh no, I ain't gonna study more, boy, I ain't gonna study more, boy, I ain't gonna study more, no more. I ain't gonna study more, boy, I ain't gonna study more, boy, I ain't gonna study more, no more. I ain't gonna study more, boy, I ain't gonna study more, no more. Boy, I ain't gonna study more, boy, I ain't gonna study more, no more. Study more, oh no more. I ain't gonna study more, no more. Study more, oh no more. Study more, oh no more. I ain't gonna study more, I ain't gonna study more, no more. I ain't gonna study oh no more. I ain't gonna study oh no more. Which nobody can deny, which nobody can deny, which nobody can deny, for he's a jolly good fellow. Which nobody can deny, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow. Which nobody can deny, which nobody can deny, which nobody can deny, for he's a jolly good fellow. Which nobody can deny.
Yeah, I'm not sure how well it's. Oh, we're good. Love the audience participation. I appreciate it. Keep the enthusiasm up. I love it. Feel free to go back, grab some of the beverage or some donuts, munchkins if there are any left. Is there stuff left, guys? Awesome. Plenty of stuff in the back left if you want to grab some. So once again, I apologize about talking about geriatric patients and genitalia and stuff. I'm not going to do that again. I promise. Because, that guy was working out. The guy at 92nd Street, while he was doing his thing, taking care of business, he was working out. And, I shouldn't chastise that type of thing. In fact, I actually, I'm kind of attracted to older people sometimes. Like, there's still a fair amount of 70, 80-year-old honey dips out there. You got your, Dolly Parton, Suzanne Summers, Cher, they're all still looking good, you feel me? This guy was like, Cher! Yeah. Yeah, that's how we roll on that. But let me continue here. as we talk about humble and handsome individuals, right? We got the humble and handsome Pete Vila and Joe Pinero coming up here, singing a little of one of my favorite artists, John Legend's.
Hopefully you guys enjoy it. So I get up here and I have to say this every time, but Joe started, I think Kristen was up here, so that's the first time she ever played. Joe got up here his first year, and just like, all right, hey, play what you want to play. And he did, he got up here and he was, you know, he played, and he's rocking out, so let's get on, round of applause. Check. Yeah, that's gonna need a little more juice because it's like kind of fun. Yeah, for the uke, he's gonna like it. This guy right here.
Yo. Bear with us.
By the way, we're out of here in like a month, so peace.
Well, not me. I'll be here for another 4 years, but it's pretty awesome. So I'll probably have some of you as my med students at some point, which is kind of cool. I promise I'm going to be a badass resident. I'll hook it up. Don't worry about it. I know it's good. Especially for my hometown, you know what I'm saying? I'll hook up my people. See how this sounds. You guys can hear that, right? Sound good? No? Yeah. I can't hear shit, you know? Alright. It's good enough for me. Now we're good. We're good. Technical difficulties over. Is that better? I don't know. Is that better? It is a little better. That was good. That's good. That's why I play with him, man. Just wait. You guys are in for a treat. When he plays without the dead weight, much better.
Joey's rocking it. Let's give him a hand. Make him feel like he's walking. Just gotta get the juices flowing, and then like rock out.
I still need lyrics and shit there, you know.
So do I.
I could.
That full disclaimer, I'm playing with my phone up on the stage, so we'll have lyrics.
I can barely see these lyrics though through the fucking microphones. I'm gonna definitely screw this up. Alright. Whatever. Down. I found a better way.
sorry for the technical difficulties. Hopefully you enjoyed that a little bit.
Give it up to Joey! And I mentioned Joe's guitar is infinitely better than mine. Awesome. How we doing? We sleeping there? What's going on? How you guys doing? Sleeping. Everybody's sleeping. Everybody's sleeping. Nap time. Alright. Check this. This one's good?